Salutations, my fellow dandies, it's me, Jack Dandy. And today, because like all content creators, I assume people care about my opinions, we're going to do a tier list. We're going to look at my top games of 2021. And then after that, we're going to play some games. I'm just going to change something real quick. I've been fiddling around with my audio settings, and I set my mic to monitor because I thought maybe I shouldn't be monitoring my mic to make sure it's at the right level and things like that. And I immediately started talking and realized it was way more distracting than I thought it was going to be, which is why I was talking a little bit slowly during that, because I was like, oh yeah, that's way more distracting than I thought it was going to be. So I've just turned that off. Anyway, so we're gonna. I've been over the last first three weeks of January and the last week of December, trying to polish off some of the games from 2021 that I missed and or had started earlier in 2021 and hadn't quite finished yet. I haven't fully finished every game on this list yet. I should scroll down so you can actually see the list. I haven't fully finished every game on this list, which is why there's this tier down here. Haven't finished yet, but seem dandy, because if I waited until I actually finished every game on this list, it would be close to 2022 at the rate that I'm getting through some of them. So I really wanted to finish Halo Infinite, but we'll get to that. Because I think that has the potential to be really high up on the list, but I just can't grade it yet because I gotta see how it ends. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to Halo Infinite. So we'll go through this tier list. I just, if nothing else, it'll give you sort of an idea of my tastes in video games, which could be useful to deciding if you want to watch me, and it just helps me put my thoughts in order, which is I always like. And then we're going to play some Pupperazzi, which I lucked out on because I put Pupperazzi on the schedule because I've had my eye on it for a couple of years now, and I knew it was coming out on Thursday, but I didn't know it was coming to Game Pass when I put it on the schedule, so I was fully prepared to pay for it. And then they put it on Game Pass, so we'll play it for free. And then, because A, Pupperazzi doesn't seem like it's very long, and B, it also doesn't seem like it's very good from the reviews, but I want to see for myself firsthand, we'll play some Project Zomboid, because I've been interested. They had a big patch recently, and I've been interested in checking it out, and I realized literally whilst I was at the end of last night's stream, I bought Project Zomboid in 2012, and apparently I bought a lifetime license. So I emailed them and said, hey, I got a lifetime license, can I get a Steam code? And they were like, yeah, here you go. So we'll play some Project Zomboid, so I'm looking forward to that. But yes, first, tiers. So some of these games didn't originally come out in 2021. Some of them, the rule I've sort of put for myself, because I have played more games than this in 2021, but the rule I put is that if the version of the game that I played came out in 2021, so for example, Control and Hades, obviously, I think they both came out in 2019, but I played the Xbox Series X version of the Ultimate Edition of Control, which only came out this year, and of Hades, which only came out this year. So the version I played came out this year, it's on the list. So that's the rule. So let's get going. So Inscription. So I finished this on Wednesday, and so Inscription is a game. I almost didn't play this because I didn't like the look of it, honestly, when it came out, and then I just kept seeing it on best game of the year lists over and over and over again, and I was like, okay, I got to check it out, and yeah, it's there for good reason. I think, I'm going to put it in, it's going to go here, honestly. The only reason I don't want to put it higher is just because the second act was kind of, but also just because I feel like I like what they did, and it was interesting reading about the ARG stuff afterwards, and all of the like expanded lore. But I kind of wish more of that was actually in the. I wish there was actually more lore in the game, like the actual plot. There was enough, which is why it's that high. But I don't know. I mean, maybe I could put it. I might change it as I go along. Maybe I'll put it in the top slot. It was really, really good, and I was really interested in the story. It was really interesting, and like just the fact that it like switched between this. I mean, it switched styles, which I always appreciate in games when they pull it off successfully, and. Okay, we'll put it there for now. I might reevaluate because I'm thinking about the other games that I might put in here, and I think I like Games Encryption better. Let's leave it in there for now. So next up, Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. So this is the mobile battle royale game for Final Fantasy VII. I played it once. Streamed it when it came out. It's okay. Honestly, I really wish it wasn't on mobile. I'd rather play it on literally anything else. It's fine. I like battle royales, although I'm bad at them. And honestly, I haven't played it since, but I have been signing back in each day to get like daily rewards and like bonus stuff. And so I have like unlocked a lot of cosmetics, even though I don't play it. Maybe because I think they're starting season 2 soon. Maybe when the season 2 starts, I might play a bit more of it. But I think the fact that I kind of mark it down because it's on mobile, because it really feels like a game that's on mobile for no reason. Because I think if they just made it a console game, or even not to put the Switch down, but even just a Switch game, I think would have been better. Just because it's very clearly supposed to be played with a controller. Yeah. Back 4 Blood. So I'm currently working my way through this with a couple of real-life friends. I like Left 4 Dead, but not as much as most people... not as much as the people who really like Left 4 Dead like Left 4 Dead. Like, Left 4 Dead for me is a game that I played once, and then I considered it done. Same for Left 4 Dead 2. Back 4 Blood's going to be very much the same way. Like, it's fine. I'm enjoying the sort of the quote unquote story. I think that's probably the biggest flaw with it. Also the difficulty. We're playing on the easiest difficulty because there's 3 of us and we have to play with a bot. And they don't scale. The difficulty doesn't really scale very well when there's only 3 of you and a bot, because the bot's an idiot. I'd like it better if they scaled the difficulty down for when you've only got 3 people, because we don't want to play 3 people with a random human player, because they just run off or they get frustrated with us. We did try. So there's a couple, but I'm enjoying it well enough, and we will finish it, which is more than I can say for some of the games on this list that we've played. Control. I really, really, really liked Control's world building. I really like Control's gameplay. Like the combat in that, especially coming off of Alan Wake, which I appreciate was 10 years old, but the combat was really, really fun, and the powers and stuff, all the just throwing rocks at people, and flinging stuff around, being able to destroy everything. It felt like it felt really good to play. I could not care less about Jessie and her story. She's like the least, not likable, because I don't think characters have to be likable to be interesting, but she's just she's just not very interesting. I get the feeling that I mentioned this while I was playing it, but I get the feeling there was supposed to be dialogue options, but they took the dialogue options out and just made it so that she just chose. So what happens is she's constantly talking, thinking about her choice in her head, and then just saying something, and it just makes it come off as weird. But also, her story's just not very interesting. But the actual, the FBC, Like I'm going to play Control 2 when it comes out, and because I really like the story of the FBC, I like all the backstory, like the AWEs, all the tie-ins to Alan Wake. I might put it in Very Dandy. I think I liked more about it than I didn't like. Yeah. Yeah, Dark Alliance. This is a firm not dandy game. I played this again with a couple of my real life friends. We didn't finish it. It constantly had multiplayer issues. People kept getting disconnected. They kept crashing. The game itself just wasn't that interesting. I think I've deleted it off my hard drive, and I don't think we've got any plans to go back to it. So yeah, firm not dandy rating for that. Hades. Hades is an incredible game, but it's not my cup of tea. I only streamed it when it came out on Xbox. I can't remember when that was, June, around time, during the summer. And it's great. I can absolutely see why people like it. The production value is really, really high. I'm not super big on roguelikes. And despite that, I played quite a few roguelikes this year, but I'm not big on roguelikes. So the fact that I'm still putting it in dandy, despite the fact it's not my cup of tea, basically just goes to show how good the game was. But yeah, I've got no interest in playing any more of it. Yeah. Halo Infinite, like I said, that's going to go. I haven't finished it, but it seems dandy. I really think this is going to be up here when I finish it. The gameplay. It's weird how much adding a grappling hook to Halo changes it. But it so does, and it's just so much fun to like Spider-Man swing through trees, and just that lovely feeling when you nail like a little tiny narrow tree and fling yourself forward. And I've just been able to. I'm not playing on Legendary. I'm playing on Heroic, which is one down from Legendary. And so, sometimes when I play Halo games, I feel quite weak, and like I have to constantly duck and dodge and shoot. And there's definitely parts in Halo where you do feel weak, and you have to like properly nail it and not screw up. But there's so many instances where I feel really strong, and like I could just like jump in, kill a bunch of dudes in a really cool way. Like I can harpoon an explosive canister and football throw it across a field at a grunt or something. Like the gameplay feels so good, but I have to see how it ends before I can make a decision. I really wanted to find time to finish this as well, because I think it's probably gonna be up here when I'm done. Maybe I'll post an updated list once I finish some more of these, because there's another one that I really want to finish as well. Hitman 3, I think it is. I played Hitman 1, the new Hitman 1. I played Hitman 2. I like these, but it's not clicking for me. And I played Hitman 3, and I put all of my levels from Hitman 1 and 2 into Hitman 3, played through all 3 games in Hitman 3. I now love the series. I'm now in love with Hitman. I went back and played Blood Money. I went back and played Absolution. I went and played... Oh, actually, I think I haven't. I've bought the HD collection, but I haven't played it yet, which has contracts and Hitman 2 and contracts on it, but I haven't actually played it yet. Regardless, I'm invested in Hitman now, and Hitman 3 did that. It's really, 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 really good. It finally clicked for me. I like Hitman. I like Agent 47. I thought he was. I went for a very long time thinking he was a very bland, uninteresting character. Like, I'd see him pop up in, like, video game contests and best game characters lists, and it's just like, it's a bald guy with a gun, he's not very interesting. But he's very nuanced. I think he's quite an interesting character. You know, he's not the most interesting character in the world, don't get me wrong, but he's more interesting than I thought he was, and he's got a sense of humour that I appreciate. The only reason I'm not putting this higher is because I didn't like the last level very much, and I also didn't like... The first time through the level in China, I think, there's like a scripted bit where you can't stealth, and it really irritated me. You can stealth in like replays, but you have to like shoot your way out, and it's like, I feel like a Hitman game should always give you the option to stealth. The last level does give you the option of stealth, in fairness, but part of it was my own fault because I heard that the last level was set on a train, and I imagined like a Oriental Express sleeper carriage where you could move back and forth along all the carriages and things like that, and it wasn't. It's just like a linear action scene, basically, where you just go and murder everyone. And like, you see, the game even, it's the only level where the game says you can get points for killing people, which normally they take away points from you. So yeah, that's the only reason it's not higher. If the last level had been better, I would have put it higher. But the rest of that is just such a good, and the trilogy's now out on Game Pass and Steam, so I highly recommend checking out the trilogy if you haven't already. Outsiders, not Dandy. I played this with a friend. We played through, I think, like about the opening couple of hours, sort of 2, 3, 4 hours, and I don't think I've ever cared less about characters, plot, or gameplay or simultaneously than I have in Outriders. And I was really weird because it's like, because I didn't have any interest in it before it came out. We only played it because it was on Game Pass and it was free. But people seemed to be really into it until it came out, and then I didn't understand it, and I still don't understand it. But yeah, no, didn't like that game. Sky, this game was really cool. I played this. So this is the Switch version that came out this year. Obviously, the mobile version has been out for a few years. I never played Journey, but I have seen people play Journey, so I feel like I've got the experience of Journey. But Sky is a beautiful game. It was the first stream I did after I became a VTuber that kind of picked up traction, like during the stream, which was a very nice feeling. Like there are lots of people chatting in chat. There was one guy in chat who was trying to just advertise his. This isn't Mark on the game, by the way. This is just me reminiscing. There was a guy in chat who was trying to advertise his YouTube channel, which I think did Sky strategy guides or something. And he just, I didn't realize what he was doing because he was speaking very broken English. But I was just happy to have people in chat. There were other people in chat beside him, and it got a lot of views, it got a lot of likes, and I was like, oh, cool, maybe I'll do some more in Sky. I really like this game, and there is an ending, and the intention is that you keep replaying the game over and over again, and getting to the ending, and then using that to unlock cosmetics. I don't... Similar to Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, Sky's a game that I finished once and then I considered done. It's a beautiful game. I absolutely recommend playing it through once. It's like a 4 or 5 hour game. But yeah, I'm not really into games where you have to play them over and over and over again, especially not for cosmetics. But yes, I very much enjoyed my first run through. It's a shame because I reckon I could have made good off the back of that. I think a lot of the people who subscribed to me off the back of that stream don't still watch any of my stuff. Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors Ultimate even. I never played Sonic Colors when it came out because it was on the Wii and I didn't have a Wii. I got it later, but I never played very far into it because I didn't like the Wisp stuff. So I was happy to sort of finally give it a fair shot. And it's fine. My biggest complaint is that it's very, very, very easy. And it gets easier. Like, I finished the whole game in 5 hours, 6 hours, I think. I beat it in one sitting. I streamed it back on YouTube. But then I went through and got all the achievements in it, and I'm still missing one. I still need to get, like, there's one achievement that I've been putting off because I can't be bothered, but I'll get it eventually. But yeah, replaying the levels once I had all the wisps, I just realized, oh, this is just a really easy game. The only difficulty is just in not knowing the level. Like, there are some 3D levels where it's still difficult to get the S ranks, even if you know the level really well. That's not the case with Sonic Colors. It was really easy to get to finish. My other complaint about it is that you get supersonic at the point when supersonic is useless to you. Like, you get supersonic, you have to do, so there's so much that you have to do to unlock supersonic. By the time you get him, you can only really use him for like one level, and they don't let you use him in boss levels. So I think I used him once for our level, and then I'd already S ranked the rest of the game, so there's no point me playing it. Anyway, it was fine. So Bomberman R, yeah, it's fine. No, not that high. It's Bomberman. It's online. It's a port of the Google Stadia. Which gives you a good indication of how well Google Stadia is doing these days. God, has anything come out on Google Stadia recently? I haven't heard about Google Stadia in months. Is that still going? Let me just... Is Google Stadia what is Google Stadia? Okay, yeah, no, the Rainbow Six Extraction came out on January 20th. They're still adding games to it. I haven't heard anything about Stadia for a while now. But yeah, Bomberman R was originally on Google Stadia. They originally claimed that you could only do Bomberman R on Stadia because it's like a Battle Royale Bomberman game. It's fun. If you like Bomberman, it's Bomberman with lots and lots of people. There's microtransactions, but it's all cosmetic. Well, actually, it's not, because you can buy characters that have special abilities. But they do let you play some of the characters for free on the rotation, so there might be a pay-to-win element that I'm not familiar with, but it didn't feel pay-to-win when I played it. But yeah, it's fine. I don't like Bomberman enough to put it higher. That's basically where that is. Adios. It's a little indie game where you play as an ex-cleaner for a hitman. And you have a conversation with a hitman because you want to get out of the business. It's fine. It's a bit janky, but it's been a while since I played it, so maybe they've patched it. It was nice, you know. You got to have a little chat with a guy. It's not like high octane gameplay or anything. It's very much it's a 2-hour indie talking simulator. But it was nice, you know. You got to milk a cow or a goat. I think it was a goat. The goats didn't animate properly. Alien Fireteam Elite. I play again. This is another game I played with some real life friends. It was better than I was expecting it to be, because considering the price. Because I think it's like a 30 quid game, and we had some server issues when it first came out, but they resolved themselves. We finished it, and it was fine. I probably enjoyed Aliens more than I enjoyed Back 4 Blood. Yeah, didn't wear out its welcome. I was sort of vaguely interested in the story. I quite like the kind of Aliens universe, so I think that's on Games Pass as well now, actually. So, recommend. Rainy with a chance of... I'm trying to remember what this one's called. Oh, Rain on Your Parade. That's what it was called. I'm thinking of Rainy with a Chance of Meatballs. Rain on Your Parade. This game wasn't great. I was really... I wouldn't say really looking forward to this game, but I was sort of vaguely interested in this game. I really liked Untitled Goose Game, and this kind of had the same vibe of Untitled Goose Game. It just wasn't that fun to play, and it took some... It took like pot shots at... It was like, oh, at least we don't have microtransactions. And it's like, yeah, but your game's still crap. So don't try and, take shots at people when you're sat there bleeding out on the... I don't know what metaphor I'm doing here. But the point is, it wasn't very fun. I did finish it. And I finished it through gritted teeth. I streamed this. Was one of the first games I streamed when I became a VTuber, because I was like, I'm going to do indie games. No one watched it. That's not the game's fault, though. That's just YouTube's algorithm. But yeah, this game was not fun, and I didn't like it, and it wasn't very well written either. speaking of, Skatebird, not Dandy. I like I always give like a game that has an interesting idea or a unique idea or tries something new but fails the benefit of the doubt, which you'll see in a game later that I have in mind. So, you know, if a game tries to do something sincerely and it fails, it falls flat on its face, I can sort of still appreciate the effort. Skatebird to me feels like a game where they came up with, they went, what instead of Tony Hawks, it was Tiny Hawks, which is a joke they make in the game. And then they went, he rides a skatebird instead of a skateboard, and then made a game off the back of that. And some people review this game reasonably well as well, which I don't understand because it plays horribly. I gave up I gave up after 2 hours during the second level because I just was not having fun. I didn't think the writing was very good. I don't want to like, because I appreciate this is like a little indie game, but yeah, it just was not. I really tried to enjoy myself playing this, and I really, really didn't. Sorry, Skatebird. Project Zero. Honestly, I'm tempted to put this down in not dandy, but I'll put it in not so dandy because at least I at least got some laughs out of the camera costume. Yeah, this game wasn't good. I played it for. This was the penultimate. Yeah, I played it on October 30th. So it was my penultimate Halloween game. It wasn't scary. They made the mistake of making all of the ghosts really attractive, and it's like, well, that's not scary. Just, it's a hot woman. Oh, she's got jiggle physics. It's not scary. But also, all of the characters were boring, and the game wasn't very fun to play. So it just. But I'm going to put it one step higher than not dandy because you could get a costume which was just a headpiece, which was just a giant camera. The camera obscura that you use in the game, and so all the characters looked like pyramid head style monsters, and that tickled me. I had a lot of laughs about that. So in Simulator 2, I'm going to put this in not so dandy because the only reason is because I tried to play this in multiplayer with some of my real life friends, and it is all borderline unplayable in multiplayer because there's some kind of sync issue. And what happens is what two of you will be okay, but one of you is out of sync. And when that happens, they just sort of vibrate around the room constantly. And this is a game that requires quite a bit of precision. So you're trying to do surgery, like you're trying to like very carefully cut off the arms of this guy, and then you've got your friend coming in like one of those waving inflatable arm guys, knocking all of the utensils everywhere and popping the arms and legs off of the guy and killing him and failing the mission. And on their screen, they're not doing anything. It's not like they're coming in and going like, oh god, my game's going weird. On their screen, everything's normal, and then it just ends, and they're like, I don't understand what happened. It's like, well, on our screen, you came in and basically Hulkamania'd through the entire operating room and killed the guy. So. Yeah, we might go back to it if they ever fix the multiplayer issues, but for the time being, it's in not so dandy. Friends of Ringo Ishikawa. It wasn't quite dandy. I didn't finish it, but I feel like I played enough of it to get it. I liked this. It was artsy and it was chill, and it was supposed to be the whole point of the game is that it was supposed to be melancholy, and I think they nailed that. I got the melancholy. Yeah, it definitely had that sort of melancholy feel of like the end of school days, like when school's coming to an end and you have to sort of prepare for adulthood. I liked that. But it was a bit pointless because it wasn't like I don't think the game had an end, which kind of is counterintuitive to the point of school ending. I don't know. Anyway, it was fine, but I didn't finish it. So, Balan Wonderworld. So this is the game that I sort of feel is in contrast to Skatebird, because I played this game on New Year's Day fully, and I chose it specifically because it was the second worst reviewed game of 2021. So I went in with very low expectations. Having finished it over the course of almost 13 hours, I think this game got unfairly reviewed by quite a bit. I'm not gonna argue it higher than, it's still in a low tier, but it's not nearly as bad as like the reviews suggest. Like, it's giving it like a 4 out of 10, and there's some big flaws, and there's a couple of things that I think you could fix and make it and improve it. But they're not going to now, so it's kind of like, maybe if I played it at the time, it's like, well, maybe they could fix it, but then they're absolutely not going to. And my biggest complaint is that the costumes were consumables, because it made using the costumes not that fun, because I was like, rather than using the costumes I wanted to play with, I would play with the costumes that I had lots of, because I was worried I would lose them, because they were consumables. And they acted as your life. If you took damage, you lost your costume. That's just bad gameplay design. But it's a weird, like, the whole world of Balan and his Wonder World was weird, but it felt sincere. Like, it didn't feel like Yuji Naka was just being zany for the sake of being zany. Maybe he was, but it didn't feel like that. I enjoyed my time with it a lot more than I thought I would. I mean, the stuff with the Tims I still don't get. That annoys me as much as Chow training does, but yeah, Balan was fine. So Biomutant was, I could probably go in quite dandy. I streamed Biomutant and then I sort of stopped early because I wasn't having fun. The big issue with Biomutant was the narrator, and well, the narrator and also the in-game terminology, because characters were just taught. They've renamed everything with an in-game equivalent, but they never at any point explained what a lot of those things were. So you'd have characters going, "I need to go to the Wibbly Wobbly to flirt some blankens," and it was like, what am I doing? And you just realize, oh, I'm getting like rubber ducks to reinforce my dinghy. And it's literally, I think there was a mission where I had to get rubber ducks. There was also an issue with the narrator. So the characters would speak in a gibberish language, and then the narrator would translate afterwards. So you had to listen to what each character was saying twice. It was, yeah, like the fact that no one picked up on that is a mystery to me. That said, when I turned the narrator off and I turned the frequency of the narrator down to 0, I did actually enjoy exploring the world a little and the combat, but only to a degree. I never finished it. It was, yeah, it kind of shot itself in the foot there. But Lost Judgment's a game that I haven't finished yet, but seems dandy. This is the other game that I kind of want to finish because I'm really enjoying it so far. I've put a lot of time into all the side activities, but yeah, I mean, it's a murder mystery, and it absolutely depends on how well they do the ending. So I can't put it any higher than that until I finish it. Similarly for Deathloop, I really enjoyed Deathloop so far. Again, I haven't finished it. I just got distracted with something, and then it kind of got long enough that it's been long enough that I haven't played it that it's kind of intimidating to go back and pick back up. I really like the characters, but I've heard the ending's not very good, which is a shame. But it seems I've enjoyed it so far. So I probably won't get very low unless the ending's like really bad. But yeah, I can't put it any higher. I have to put it there for the time being. Alan Wake's fine. I mentioned before I didn't like the combat. I don't like Alan Wake, but Alan Wake isn't a very likable character, which is fine. I don't think characters have to be likable. I'm invested in the world, as I mentioned when I talked about Control, but the combat was a chore, and there was a lot of it, especially in the DLC. Barry Wheeler, though, best boy. Probably my favourite video game character for a while. I like Barry. Final Fantasy XIV. So I've only played around Reborn, and I'm putting this in because the PS5 version came out this year. I've only played around Reborn so far. I'm really enjoying it. I've heard it gets better and better. So I'm putting it here for the time being. Well, not for the time being. For what I played in 2021, it goes there. I'm invested now. I've tried 3 times to get into Final Fantasy XIV, and this was the attempt that kind of did it. This is the one that clicked, and I will eventually pick it back. We will eventually start streaming it again, probably in February. Yeah, probably in February at this point, because I really want to. I've seen so many people just gushing over Endwalker, and I know that I've got like 4 expansions to get through to get to the end of Endwalker. So I'm eager to carry on playing it. Forza. So this is similar to Hades. It's great. I only played 2.5 hours of it. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't like racing games very much. Despite that, it's obviously a very, very good game, and I can understand it deserved more Game of the Year awards. I think the only reason it didn't is because it's a racing game. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. I was upset you couldn't drive into the volcano. The Wild at Heart. Also, just like a solid little indie game. Took me like 12. I 100%ed it. Took me like 12 hours. Yeah, it's cute. You go into the forest and you save some forgetful hermits. I'm trying to remember what the plot is. That's basically the plot. It was fine. Like, it's on Game Pass. Check it out. It's a cute little indie game. GTA Definitive Edition. So I'm going to put this in quite dandy because I still have San Andreas left to play. I think we're starting that on Wednesday. Yeah, maybe I should have not said dandy. Although I like the games, although replaying GTA 3 did remind me that it's not as good as I remember it. Yeah, it really isn't. But the quality of this version isn't very good either. There's some good quality of life features, like the fact that you can checkpoint and just restart a mission without having to go and pick it back up again. But there's some other quality of life missions the game really should have had, like checkpoints within missions, autosaves, being able to save anywhere. Yeah, but still, it's nice. The games themselves are fine, and it's nice going back down memory lane and replaying these games and re-experiencing them sort of 20 years after the fact. And I'm looking forward to playing San Andreas especially. But yeah, it's not a great port. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think this is the first game I'm going to put right at the top. It's 2021 is a weird year because there's not in my mind a game that like really sticks out to me as my game of the year. However, I think of like previously years like 2018, I think my big game of the year was God of War. I wouldn't put God of War and Guardians of the Galaxy on the same level at all. So that's the kind of, I think there was a lot of good games in 2021, but there wasn't any outstanding games. So Guardians kind of gets the top slot for me. I've got in mind another one as well, maybe Inscription as well. Did I like Inscription more than Guardians of the Galaxy? I like Hitman more than Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the thing, is I kind of worry that I'm going to put all of my stuff here and put nothing in the top slot. So I have to put something in there. But I feel like Guardians did everything that it wanted to do very well. And I think I would have enjoyed it more, because I streamed the whole game. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I'd played it with the licensed music. So I already enjoyed it a lot, and then I would have enjoyed it more if I'd played it properly, basically. But it did a lot of things right. Like, it was really easy to go back and get collectibles. Like, it was, I got 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score on it. It wasn't a chore at all. I really enjoyed the story. I think they nailed all of the characters without carbon copying the movie too much. There was obviously some influence. It's kind of hard to these days to do a Guardians of the Galaxy anything without kind of referencing the movies a bit, because they're just... I mean, for some people, that was the first time anyone had ever heard of the Guardians of the Galaxies. I'd heard of them, but honestly, I really didn't know anything about them. So it's true for me as well. But yeah, I feel like it did it's like a solid, it's like an incredibly solid 9 out of 10 game. It just did everything that it wanted to do well, and I don't have a single. The combat it maybe could have been a bit tweaked, and there's a few janky bits, but I don't mind a bit of janking games. House of Ashes, this fine. It's probably the best of the. Well, I liked that they didn't. I don't want to spoil. It's really difficult to talk about this series without spoiling the other games, but I like that they didn't go down the same route as the first two games. That said, the route that they did go down, it was okay. It wasn't super exciting. I don't have any interest in going back and replaying it, but then I also don't have much interest in replaying the first two. But I have seen other. I think I probably put it just under Man and Medan. Definitely above Little Hope. But it was fine. I really liked the two characters that I liked. Watch the stream. I Am Fish. I think I Am Fish did what it did very well, but the version I played of it, I can't put any higher than this, because they had to patch so much stuff because it was broken or because it was too difficult. So that it is actually easier to play now, and stuff works as intended. So if I played it after launch, I probably might put it at least a tier higher. But yeah, it was like, I don't mind it. Obviously, this game is intentionally difficult, but it's the intentional part that was the problem, because there were some bits which were unintentionally difficult because the game was broken. So I might I do want to come back and replay this as well. There's an Iron Fish mode where you have to do the whole level in one sitting. And I really dread doing it, but I also feel like I got better at the game as it went on. So maybe I'll do that as like a reward when I hit something, as a celebration. It Takes Two. This is another game that I'd put in the right dandy slot. I played this with one of my real life friends. We finished it in a few weeks. It was great. I feel like, again, a solid 9 out of 10 game that did everything that it wanted to do well. The only thing that I didn't like about it was that I didn't like the plot as much as A Way Out, but the plot has grown on me since I've watched other people play it, and there were certain bits that I missed because I was playing it, like conversations and things like that, where I was flying a plane or something that I missed, that I caught when I watched other people playing it, and it's just like, it was, I really like Cody and his wife. The kid was annoying, but kids are. But yeah, no, it was a really, really good game. Deserved more Game of the Year awards. Judgment, it's fine. I really enjoyed playing Judgment. I think the ending was terrible. Not terrible, just bad, actually. Otherwise, I'd put it lower. But it wasn't so bad that it ruined too much of my enjoyment. But it wasn't. There was a lot of stuff that just wasn't explained very well. Also, I don't think the main character is very. He has the similar problem to Jesse. I don't care about. Yeah, I can't remember his bloody name. I'm playing Lost Judgment at the moment. It's not Ichiban. That's Like a Dragon's protagonist. Whatever his name is. I don't think he's very. I think he's boring. But so his Kaito. There's DLC for him coming out soon. Really looking forward to playing. I need to finish Lost Judgment before the DLC comes out. Actually, that's a good incentive to finish it. Yeah, Kaito I love, but whatever. I can't remember what his name is. The main character, boring. Last Stop, yes, fine. Again, I put that in Dandy. So it's a nice little British indie game. The final act is a bit out there, and there's a few things about the ending I didn't like. They give you these like They gave you choices near the end, and it seemed like one character, regardless of which you chose, got off really light, and the other character, no matter which option you chose, just like who didn't really do anything wrong through the whole game, got punished really severely. It was weird. The ending was kind of The final act, I don't want to spoil any of it. Watch me stream it. I streamed most of these games. But yeah, I feel like it captured modern day Britain very well, which I always appreciate in video games. Which you'll see in another game. There's still quite a few more to get through, isn't there? I need to talk about each one less. Life is Strange 2. I put them very dandy. This was a very enjoyable experience. I never played a Life is Strange game before. It was very sort of comfy, I guess. No, it's not the right word for it, but I feel like they've refined it. You could tell that it's like they've obviously very good at telling that kind of story now. My only complaint with it is that the actual kind of overarching, it was kind of a murder mystery, wasn't very interesting. But there were certain parts of it, like the D&D chapter was amazing. That was probably one of my favorite. That was probably a highlight for 2021 in gaming. I really like the D&D chapter in Life is Strange. In fact, I think very dandy. I think given the rest of the game, it stays there. There's also some weird choices where there's like it really didn't know. It really wasn't clear what would be considered the correct choice until after the fact. But the game didn't punish you that badly, actually, for not getting. There was no like good ending. Well, no, there was, I suppose. I suppose there was the way certain characters reacted to at the end, which is true of all of these kind of games. Anyway, yeah, it's fine. It's a very polished version of these games. I think Life is Strange Remastered comes out in a couple of weeks as well, which I got as part of this edition. I don't think I'll stream it, but I might play it. The only reason I'm not going to stream it is because I streamed this and no one watched it. I was sat on my own for 2 Saturdays talking to myself in a room. Anyway, Monster Hunter Rise. Dandy. There was I could play this with a real life friend. We enjoyed it a lot. Again, it's not a game. We once we finished the plot, we considered it done and we moved on. I think. Well, I did a little bit of grinding just to get like some gear and stuff that I wanted, but otherwise, yeah, I haven't really gone back to it. It's fine. You can really tell that they took all of the lessons learnt from World and applied them as best they could. There's a lot of quality of life stuff in Rise that World didn't have, or that the World could have done with. Like they just choked. There's so many mechanics that World had that Rise didn't have, and I think Rise was better for it. Plus, all of the wirebug stuff took a little while to learn, but was a lot of fun. I can't think of any reason why I put it lower. I mean, the story was whatever. The Monster Hunter stories always are. The monsters were good. It didn't have a pompadour. That's probably why I'm going to put. World had 3 pompadours. Like you had, I think, a pompadour on launch. They added a pompadour, and they had another pompadour that you could buy, which I did. Rise, as far as I know, doesn't have a single pompadour. They might have added one since, but in the time I played it, they didn't have it, and that's why I'm not putting it any higher. That's it. It's petty, I know, but I'm putting it there. Monster Hunter Stories 2, that goes in there. I do really want to. I think I've sort of maybe gotten past the point now where I can probably actually play this. I really enjoyed the trial that I streamed. It seems like a fun game, and I heard lots of good things about it when it came out. But yeah, I it's one of those games I'm like, oh, I really should buy that and play the rest of it, but it's been like 6 months and I haven't, and I probably won't now. Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap. I'm going to put this right at the top. I'm not going to put it higher just because I kind of want to, but there was enough that irritated me about it that I'm not going to put any higher than that. But overall, I really, really enjoyed new Pokemon Snap. It kind of, I feel like the mainline games never make you feel like you're actually in the Pokemon world. Like, even the more recent ones in like Sword and Shield, where it's more 3D and there's like this, like, I think I like the wild area in Sword and Shield, and all the Pokemon just kind of wander around like zombies, not doing anything. And then I think about Pokemon Snap, and they're all like running around, they're interacting with each other, they're sleeping, they're dodging and diving, they're hunting each other, they're picking on each other, like running around chasing things and just playing around. And it actually feels like that's what Pokemon should be like. Like, I realize that you couldn't replicate that in a full game, and it's a set track and everything, but it brought the Pokemon world to life in a way that I don't think any other Pokemon game ever has, and I really, really enjoyed that. But there was some, like, the fact that you can only submit, like, the fact that when it launched, it didn't tell you whether you'd finished a quest with a photo. The fact that you can only submit one photo for each Pokemon is, like, it's so tedious. Because you could get, like, really good 4 and 3 star shots, but it only lets you select one. And then it's like, but then I have to replay the whole route just to get that shot again, just to submit it. And it's just like, it felt like padding. It just was like, maybe when you're playing through it the first time, but once you finish the game, they really should just let you go, okay, you can just submit as many photos as you want for each Pokemon. And I might have actually. It's the only reason I never went back and finished it. If they just a couple of little call it life tweaks like that, and it probably would have been my game of the year. But it's still really, really good. There was a bit with drill buzz where they put their hands above their heads and they drill. I never realised that was how drill buzz drilled. Blew my mind. Pokemon Unite. It's fine. I don't like MOBAs. I played Pokemon Unite 5-6 hours when it came out. I played as Snorlax. It was fun. I beat people up as Snorlax. That's about as much as I'm willing to say about Pokemon Unite. I bought a Snorlax onesie. Resident Evil Village. I'd say that's about there. I'd love to put it higher. I love Resident Evil, but I just didn't like Village as much as Resident Evil 7. It wasn't scary. There were a couple of scary bits. I really like the dollhouse, but it's one of those sequences that as soon as you've done it once, it's ruined. Because it's just like, well, I know what's coming. I know how to do all the puzzles, so there's no combat. So that was the other thing, because they took the guns away from me. That kind of took away a lot of the fear, because I was like, well, you're not giving me a gun, so I'm not expected to fight anything. So pressure's off. When I've got a gun, I'm expected to actually win. Plus, everything after Castle Dimitrescu, everything after the dollhouse, I'd say, just was action-y and wasn't very horror. Like, Castle Dimitrescu, I think, was like the highlight, and then the doll's house was kind of around the same level, and then just everything after that, the factory, the waterfront stuff, was just a step down. And Ethan is a turd, and I don't like his wife. Ethan's fine, he's just kind of bland. And I still don't like his wife, because I feel like she got off too easy. I mean, I know she got kidnapped, but she was fine. She got saved, and she got to live. And as I keep pointing out, everything that happened was her fault. Anyway, yeah, it was fine. I'm still looking forward to the DLC. And playing Resident Evil Reverse. Remember that? Remember Reverse? That multiplayer game that was supposed to come out alongside it, and they postponed until the summer, and then they postponed until 2021. Yeah. It'll come eventually, I guess. Returnal. It's either going to be here or here. I really enjoyed Returnal whilst I was playing it. Well, that's not true. But there were some parts of Returnal that made me want to pull my hair out. But it's that kind of game, so it's fine. But my enjoyment was banking on there being some kind of definitive resolution to the story. And I'm not going to spoil the ending of Returnal too much in this section, but open-end, it's fine to have, questions at the end of a game. Like Control, there's stuff that you're like, oh, I wonder what that is. But they're going to do more games, which will hopefully answer those questions. With Returnal, I finished the game, and I just wasn't sure still wasn't sure what had happened. And I got a lot of the data logs and stuff, and we still weren't sure. And, we then Googled a plot synopsis, and I read 3 different synopsises which said different things. And it's like, okay, so it's open to interpretation. And it kind of just took all the wind out of beating it. Oh, that was the other thing as well, is that the game glitched, and I didn't actually finish the true ending, because the game glitched before I got to the final boss, and I couldn't... I'd have to do, an entirely new run. I couldn't be bothered, so we looked up... You have to beat the final boss twice. It doesn't get any more difficult the second time. It was a piece of piss the first time, so we just Googled the ending. So the ending was a bit of a damp squib, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy playing it. I'm just trying to think how much of my enjoyment was actually playing it and how much of it was because I was invested in the story. And I don't feel like the story paid off. I'm gonna put it in Dandy, but I'm gonna put it over here at the top. That I haven't been thinking about internal tiers, so this is completely pointless. But I'm gonna put it in just imagine it's on the top end of Dandy. It's between Dandy and Very Dandy. I feel like I don't want to put it on the same level as these ones. Yeah, Skyward Sword. I never played Skyward Sword, so this was the first for me. I can absolutely understand, given what I know they fixed, why people didn't like this game. Because if I had to do some of the stuff that they wanted me to do with the motion controllers, this game would be a lot lower. However, having played this version of the game, that stuff wasn't a problem. Just being able to wiggle the analog stick made some sections of this game so trivial. But it was also very obvious that this game, I don't know, ran out of budget or just didn't have a budget. The amount of reusing the same areas over and over again. You go to 3 areas and then that's it for the whole game. The rest of the game takes place in those 3 areas and that's it. I think the third act has 1 new section in one of the areas, but then the other 2 are both still in the same area. Yeah, you can clearly see the budgetary restrictions in this one. But Groose was amazing. So, Groose. But yeah, that gets in Dandy. I think I probably enjoyed Skyward Sword more than Returnal. Yeah, I probably did enjoy it more than Returnal. Maybe I'll put it into Very Dandy. Because it's a very basic Zelda experience, I feel. Yeah, no, I think... Yeah, okay, no, I'm happy with that. It's on the lower end of Very Dandy. Picross. Pretty damn dandy. It's a Picross game. It's a Mega Drive / Genesis Picross game. Basically, I love Picross, and it's Picross, and occasionally it was Sonic. Obviously it's not, it's like a £10 puzzle game, but it did exactly what I wanted it to do, and it was one of my most played games according to my Switch review. I think I put like 40 hours or something into it. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, I think that's what that's called. I don't like Super Monkey Ball. I've never played a Super Monkey Ball game before. I was quite excited to hear this because I was like, oh, cool. It's a remake of Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2. I can find out what the deal is. I played about 2 hours. I don't like Super Monkey Ball. I don't even know if this is a good version of Super Monkey Ball. I don't think I ever bothered to check. So it's not like Forza, where I thought, hey, this isn't my cup of tea, but I like it. This isn't my cup of tea. I still don't like it. So, yeah, sorry, Super Monkey Ball. The Good Life. I feel like this has got to go around here. So I got it quite dandy. There was enough about it that I liked, but it does have some major flaws. And Swery, I love Swery, but he is stubborn. And like having those flaws pointed out to him, he gets very defensive. Like, just the whole thing with the aluminium cans is ridiculous. I think they have now finally relented and patched it. But, yeah. The Good Life was, it was a fun game. The plot was typical Swery randomness. But the biggest flaw with it is it was very clearly... a lot of the game's just, like, barren, empty village countryside, which is, I suppose, reflective of the real countryside. But it really feels like there was supposed to be a lot more, and they ran out of time or budget, and then just sort of cobbled together what they had left into... It still works as like a cohesive game. It also feels like the actual concept of the game, the fact that the villagers turn into cats and dogs, was... Like, he came up with the idea, and then just didn't know what to do with it. Because the fact that villagers turn into cats and dogs, you turning into a cat and dog, that comes up. You know, that's quite a cool mechanic. You can run around as a cat, you can run around as a dog. The villagers turning into cats and dogs doesn't seem to serve any purpose whatsoever narratively, except for one mission where you drug a child. But I would argue that you could drug a child in their human form quite easily. Just generally, you know, in life. So yeah, it was a bit lopsided. The Gunk. I didn't like this game. I finished it, but that was only because it was like 4 hours long. It was just every part of the game was subpar, and like it all tied together in a reasonably presentable package. Like, it was performance-wise, it was fine, but like there was no difficulty. The puzzles I was doing at the end of the game were the kind of puzzles I should have been doing maybe like an hour in, and if you can call them puzzles. The main sort of gameplay mechanic of sucking up the gunk was like, I feel like someone accidentally did that whilst they were playing with something and went, oh, I can make a game around this. The two main characters were uninteresting. I didn't care about them. The voice acting was fair. The storyline was just, you know, it was uninventive. The gameplay was uninventive. Yeah, the only good thing I can say about it is that it's on Game Pass and it's only 4 hours long. So, the Medium. I enjoyed the Medium. The ending was, in fact, actually, yeah, the ending was. I'm gonna put that just because of the ending. I'm gonna put that down a whole tier. I enjoyed the Medium whilst I was playing it. The mechanic of the two worlds was really interesting, although I didn't feel like they did enough with it. But and the design of the other world I thought was really cool. But yeah, the ending, and there are some bits in the middle that are a bit uncomfortable. But the ending just came out of nowhere, and it was like, really? That's okay. Olympic Games. Probably put that around here as well. I gotta give this. I misunderstood this game a little bit and thought that, and struggled for like the first 2 hours to actually play it because I was trying to play online matches or something. I didn't realize the single player mode was kind of buried a little bit in a weird way, so I didn't find it in the sort of first go at it. Once I found it, I had some fun with it, but it is still kind of a janky, just Olympic sports game. I like that you could dress up as Sonic, though. Tormented Souls. I would put this somewhere between here and here. Yeah, put it there. It didn't do anything. Well, in fact, actually, it didn't. It's a very kind of. It sounds like a sort of solid 7, 8 out of 10 game. It's a little indie survival horror in the sort of vein of old school Resident Evil, Silent Hill. It does enough stuff that there was a few. It's mostly kind of cookie cutter, but it does a couple of bits near the end where I was like, okay, that was quite good. And it doesn't rely on jump scares. I think there's like 1 or 2 jump scares in the whole game. The most of the game, it just relies on being creepy, which I much prefer. And the endings were okay. I liked the fact that I could get 2 endings right at the end without too much trouble. I think there was another ending, but I can't remember if I could be bothered to go back and get it. 12 minutes. Yeah, I was really, really looking forward to this game for such a long time, and I was so excited to play it because of all of the promises, and then very quickly into playing it, I realized how limited it was, and that coupled with like the eventual story as well, just yeah, kind of sad. It just soured. The more I played on it, the more it soured on me. There were a couple of bits that I thought were interesting, and a couple of bits I liked, but it got to the end of the game, and you were just doing the fact that you had to. I mean, it's the fact that you couldn't, like, I don't know, fast forward through a few bits was just to sort of get to where you wanted to get to. I mean, it's only 12 minutes, but at the same time, it was like, just talk faster. Come on, do your thing. I think that's about the Hitman games as well, actually. When you're near the end and you're trying to get like this one last objective, to get like the mastery on the level or something, or just to tick all the boxes, and it's like, oh, I've set this thing up and I now have to wait 15 minutes for this guy to walk over here. Really needs a fast forward button, and 12 minutes does as well. You could sleep, which would fast forward the time. Like, you could take like a 5-minute nap, but you couldn't fast forward in conversations, which it really needed, especially near the end. But yeah, it was so much potential. That's probably why I put it so low, because it was so much sort of wasted potential. Lake was fine. I'd say it did what it wanted to do. It's just a really comfy story about a lady who goes to, in this 80s, who goes to deliver post for 2 weeks. The actual like postal delivery mechanic was kind of nothing. And considering how much time you spend driving around in your car, they probably should have done a bit more music. But I like the characters. I like the plot. Like I said, it was comfy. Yeah. Chicory, A Colourful Tale. I played this because so many people were putting this on their like best of 2021 lists. I didn't really like it very much, but it's similar in the sort of, it's similar in the sort of vein of Forza and Hades, in that I can see why people like it. It's just not my cup of tea. That's about it. I enjoyed painting pictures with my mouse, though. My analog sticks. I was playing on PlayStation. Yeah, I enjoyed drawing with my analog sticks and creating a shoddy rendition of an apple or whatever I was drawing at the time. Kenna, I'd put that in quite dandy. It was fine, and lots of people like really gushed over this, but it felt like just like copy paste Pixar. and the actual plot was just completely unoriginal. It was just like, oh, there's evil spirits. The ghost has become corrupted. Let's go and uncorrupt them and clear the corruption in the forest. I didn't finish it, but I played enough of it. It's fine. It's completely inoffensive, and the combat is fine. But it was very. I just sort of went, yeah, you just kind of gone. I would have rather something more original looking rather than just going, we're just going to try and do Pixar. I don't know. It's maybe I'm being harsh, but that's how I felt. Unpacking. I like this. I'm going to put this in very dandy. Cute little indie game where you unpack boxes. It's a cute concept, well executed. In fact, actually, yeah, I'm going to put it slightly higher. I think, again, I think it did everything that it wanted to do. The only complaint I have about it is that there were some things where I was like, there were some things that I wanted to do and the game wouldn't let me, but I was being intentionally silly. So, yeah, that's fair enough. Forgotten City. I'd put this around here as well. It's a fun game. There's a bit of jank and there's a bit of there was certain bits where characters would say or do stuff where they shouldn't have that information yet, but overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. I got all the endings and didn't quite got the achievements in it because I didn't want to replay every bit of it. But should I put this higher? I put it on the upper end of very dandy. I put it. Control move. Put it on the upper end of very dandy. I think it's. I know there was some reason I didn't want to put it any higher. I think there was some. I had some complaint about about the actual ending that was sort of paradoxical. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I remember complaining about something when I finished it. I still very much enjoyed it. I still think it's one of the better games that came out last year, obviously, considering where I put it in the tier list. But there was just something that bothered me, and I can't remember what it was. Valheim. I'm gonna put this in dandy just because I didn't play it as much as I would have liked. I was playing this on PC with one of my friends, and then we switched to playing console games so my other friend could play. And so we haven't been back to Valheim since June or July, and I was really enjoying it. It's a really solid, survival crafting game. That kind of. I think it's probably one of the best versions of that kind of game. But I just didn't play enough of it to. I could probably. I wouldn't want to put it in this tier because I feel like I got enough of it to get the gist of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in dandy. I was enjoying it. And I probably, once I've played more, I'll probably put it higher. Yeah, Death's Door. So we finished this yesterday. The ending was. I'm gonna put it on very dandy. I think the ending was. The true ending was a bit of a disappointment because I was really expecting this to be like a super secret boss at the end, and there wasn't. So, but that was me misinterpreting. Well, no, it's not even my fault. It's the guide that I read that said that it was a final challenge, and literally the final challenge was just walk through the door and watch a cutscene. But I enjoyed every aspect of the game. Otherwise. The only thing I would have liked is a bit that there were so many references to Titan Souls, and there was also stuff that popped up. I thought this feels like a reference to Titan Souls, and I haven't played Titan Souls, and so I would have much preferred them just create their own original lore rather than building off of this game that I haven't played, especially considering it's not on Xbox. I will play. I'm interested in going back and playing Titan Souls now, though, to kind of fill in the blanks there. But, and I know you could say, it's a sequel. You should, but it's not a sequel. It is and it isn't. But it's it's not Titan Souls 2. I could understand you going, oh, well, what you're playing a game called, playing Dark Souls 2 and complaining that it's got references to Dark Souls 1. And it's like, well, yeah, that's very clear. This is a Death's Door. It's got a different name. I don't know. Last game, Final Fantasy VII. So this isn't Integrate. This isn't Integrate. This is Episode Intermission, which is, I suppose, technically DLC, but I feel like it's like a standalone game in its own right. Really liked it. I'd probably put the top here. Yuffie's my favorite FF7 character from the original FF7. That's now in contention because I really like all of the characters now. They've the remake's done a really good job of just improving the characters of everyone. But yeah, Yuffie was my favorite in the past, and I think she's adorable in this. They nailed her. It's really good. The ending, like I'm one of the few people who kind of like Dirge of Cerberus, but even I was like, yeah, really, just gonna throw a Dirge of Cerberus guy at us and not really explain it? Okay, so yeah, it was great, but it wasn't the best thing I played this year. I've run out of games, so that's my list, I guess. Do I want to put Inscription higher? No, I think that's about right. I think if they're looking at the other games, the thing is that I could easily just combine this into one tier, honestly. Like, I don't actually think the Guardians and Take-Two are actually that much higher than any of these. But no, because I feel like maybe this will make me feel better. Maybe if I do that. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. I feel like that's... In which case, I'll move Bump Forgotten City up, because I said it was on the sort of upper end of that tier. Just to kind of flesh out that tier a little bit more. Because I feel like definitely, as much as I like Picross, these ones, they're definitely better than these. I enjoyed them more than these, but I didn't enjoy them as much as these. So yeah, that I feel happy with that. I feel like that's good. I don't know what my game of the year is. Honestly, like I said, I feel like this was a good game for years. Yes, I feel like this was a good year for games, but there wasn't one game that like really stood out to me as being outstanding, that like absolutely blew me away. I really loved what It Takes Two did, and it's true of all of these. And Guardians is just like an incredibly solid game all around. So yeah, I don't think I've got a game of the year. Maybe Halo Infinite will take the slot when I finish it. Or, maybe Lost Judgment will blow me away. I don't think it will, but I think Halo Infinite's got a better shot of blowing me away when I finish it. But yeah, that's my tier list. I mean, it's possible that I'm the only person who's enjoyed doing this, but I'm happy that I got it out of my head. I'm happy that I got it out of my head. Oh, so I just noticed I got a new follower during that. Man, my notification. I was because I'm not actually looking at my screen. I'm sure it's not doing the notifications. But apologies, Pedikin. I just noticed that you followed me 40 minutes ago. So apologies, I didn't notice it at the time. But I'm acknowledging it now. Thank you. But yeah. Anyway, enough of tier lists. Let's play some actual games now. Boom. That took longer than I thought it was going to. I thought that would take... Oh, I did start late. How long did we go? An hour 24? Oh, it only took me about 24. I thought it would take about an hour. And that took... Well, it took an hour 24. Well, it's like 5 minutes. It was about 20 minutes longer than I thought it was going to. I waffled a bit more than I needed to, probably. Boom. Alright, let's turn off quiet desktop audio. Close you down, Music B. Right. Oh, I should... There we go. I should shrink myself down to my gaming size. And... controller up. That's how you know that I'm ready for gaming. Is when I've got my controller out. So yeah, this is Pupperazzi. I've had my eye on this game for a while, and as I said, there's been reviews for this game. It has not reviewed well, but we'll give it a fair shot. See, Pupperazzi. It's okay. That dog looks like it's on something, but let's pop you down a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, no. Apply changes. There we go. Oh, hang on. Let me, Actually, I should be alright here, I think. I'll move over just slightly. There we go. Yar, are you the new paparazzo? It's about time we sea dogs had someone to photograph our adorable wee faces. Will you take a photo of me? I'm the wee grey one in front of the shop. Oh, alright, in. Oh, this is... Hang on. I need to fix that. Let's turn that all the way up. Wait, that's... Yeah. Okay, that's a bit better. You don't look like your profile. Oh, hang on, I might need to just pop that down a little bit. It kind of feels like I'm... There you go. Open your journal to view objectives with the view button. What's the... Okay. Take a photo of sea dog while crouching. Oh. Is that better? Whoa, I got some legs on me. Look at me go. Am I a dog? Wait, dogs don't jump that high. I don't know why I'd think I was a dog, just being able to jump that high. Do I... Look at there, always knew I was a handsome sailor. You can now pet dogs, walk up to them and hold interact. I want a nice photo of the lighthouse, please. This is it. Yeah, I'm not feeling this so far, I gotta be honest. I'll just smother this dog. Okay. This feels... This game controls like when there's... Like when you move your character and then let go, they keep going for a little bit. Or maybe... Oh no, it's not that they keep going, it's that there's like... So like, I'm going left. Right. There's like a little bit of delay on when they actually turn. So it feels... It's really difficult to kind of get the character to go where you want them to go. I found a gold bone. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. The premise of this game... But when this game was announced... There was a couple of games like this, but when this game was announced, there hadn't been Oh, it's a stick. Fetch. When this game was announced, there hadn't been a Pokemon Snap game for a while. And then, after this game got announced, Pokemon Snap came out. And then I get the new Pokemon Snap, as we discussed during my tier list, is a hard act to follow because this is this doesn't do a very good job of following it. This is me sprinting. You can see because of the action lines. Ooh boy, okay. Oh, I guess I don't need to go over to the... So you wanted a photo of the lighthouse with a dog in it? So I guess this will do. This will be a perfect promo material for the shop, thank you. I got 2 new followers. Oh, if only it was that easy. Take a photo of a friendly dog. Oh, this looks like a friendly little, this looks like a bull terrier. Yeah. This will be perfect promo for the shop, thank you. Jump again on the touch of the ground, you just have to free your mind. I love to see my friends play around. Can you please send me a photo of a dog playing with a stick? Oh my god, so cute, thank you. I just sent in the same picture that I just used for the other one. That's just me taking effective photographs. Photograph smarter, not harder. I got 3 bonks. Use cash to buy items at the shop. Gain 3 more followers. Okay, I guess I'll post a dog net. Post a dog net. Post a dog net. Post a dog net. I have 10 followers. That wasn't that difficult. Shop is now open. Find a vending machine to use. And here's a dog feed. This here's a dog feed dog world. There'll be fame and fortune aplenty if you stay, but stay true to your course. Photograph dogs, save your pics you like, and soon you'll be setting sails in distant seas. In other words, gain followers and complete objectives to unlock new locations. Cool. Oh, I can double jump. I am a dog. Black and white film pack, stylish film pack, fisheye lens. Well, I guess I'll buy a black and white film pack. And I can get some twigs. So what am I doing? Objects are complete, you can leave the area. So if I recycle, erase this photo to recycle 1 film. I don't lose my followers. Nope, I don't. Okay, so recycle, recycle, recycle. None of these photos are any good, so. Oh, I have black and white film now. How do I... Is it supposed to have the watermark at the bottom? Pupperazzi, 13th of December 2021, RC. Well, that's good to know they haven't done anything in the last... There we go. Good to know they haven't done anything with it in the last month, since... I guess since it went gold. Yeah, what am I... Can I leave then? How do I... Says I'm done in this area. How do I leave? Like, you're my quest giver dog. Leave area. There we go. I thought there'd be like a boat or something that I'd have to get on. But I was wrong. Go to Lighthouse Cove. That was just where I was. Oh. Ah, they've got all these recognizable dog breeds. You know, like German Shepherd, Beagle, Bichon Frise, Baseball Cap, Dizzy, Playful, Husky. So, hang on, I took a picture of a pit bull, didn't I? Oh, maybe I needed to confirm before my... Oh, whatever. Ah. It's Scoop Master Timmy. Are you the Pupperazzi? On behalf of the Doco Documentation Project, we need your help. Someone on our record-keeping department got distracted by a tennis ball and accidentally deleted everything. Now we need someone to photograph all the different kinds of dogs for science. These photos will be added to a state-of-the-art Puppepedia system anytime you find something new. You can view the Puppepedia from the home button on the map. Right, thanks, Timmy. Oh, did I just leave to come back? I have... new objectives, I guess. Dog on a sailboat taken from below. A professional photo of the dog. Did you know you can save photos that you really like? Okay. What do I need? A dog on a sailboat taken from below. Well, that's easy, because there's only one dog on a sailboat. I don't know how... No, hang on. Oh. Well, okay, I guess I took a picture. Thank you. The boardwalk is now open. Everyone knows dogs love to play on the beach. There you go. Excellent. I can see you're a photographer with refined taste in aesthetics. Unlocks the ability to rotate the camera into portrait mode. And I can... save the favorites. There we go. I did it. There you go. Looks great. I saved it to your gallery. You can save photos of yourself in the photos tab. You've got 3 bonks. Getting 20 more followers. Well, the objective says I need 30 more followers. Oh, I guess I have 10, so I need 20 more. Well, there you go. Post to Dognet. Now I need 19. And then we recycle. And then move on. Yeah, I'm not sensing a huge amount of difficulty in this game, to be honest. What's my objective? Get 30 followers. So... I have a feeling... Right, I've got a stylish film pack, whatever that means. Velvet, Parkway, Mocha. Okay, so this gives me a slight... Oh, and I've got Barista. Ah. Let's go for Velvet. No, it's... So I think it said unlock the walkway, which I think is a different map I could go to. Yes. Does the get 30... Greetings, machine. I am the king of all dogs. Your Pupperazzi programming appears to present potential. If you can gain more followers, you may yet impress me. Got a photo of a... Okay. Sneak into the old arcade. Oh, there's a dog on a bike. Yeah, I feel like they could have taken just like a tiny bit more effort than this. But I got a dog and... Oh, it's a dog and a hat. Wow, a dog with a hat on. This is perfect. Thanks so much. I got 3 bonks. Oh, it was a dog on a motor scooter that I needed. I guess this isn't motorized. Of course, you can see him pedaling. You can see him pedaling. How foolish of me. How foolish of me. Right, I need to sneak into the... I mean, I say sneak in. I mean, I can double jump. I'm not exactly sneaking here. Must be like a gap in the roof somewhere I can jump in. Oh, look at this cool dog. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, what are you guys doing up here? Do you guys need assistance? Are you stuck? Oh, he blinked. Bloody dog. Oh, this dog's seen some shit. Love me. There you go. This isn't super difficult so far. Post dog net. Post dog net. Post a dog net. I'm not getting there we go. I'm not getting followers. I can't believe it. There we go. Recycle. 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 Let's just go back to normal color. Having the extra color isn't actually doing me any favors, honestly. How do I get into the arcade then? I thought this would... I thought getting on the roof would give me an obvious entry point, but... It has not. Hats for dogs. In a world occupied only by dogs, do you need to advertise the 4 dogs bit? Woo! Dang it. I don't even know if this door does anything. It's the only, like, access point I can see. Nope. Maybe there's a back door I can... How do I sneak into the arcade? I'm going to actually look at the mission. Oh, it's locked because I haven't picked the request up. I see. Get a photo of a human north. Probably notice those tall things waddling around. Those are human norths. Take care of the boring stuff for us. Oh, there are people here. Oh, I thought this was a world for dogs. Nice shot. Perfectly designed companions are naturally obsessed with us, so sometimes they might... Yeah, alright. Post a dog net. Recycle. Post a dog net. Recycle. Frugurt. It shall make you jump with joy. Why is there a frog yogurt in a dog world? Oh, but there's the dog on the motor scooter. It's a... humanoid. That looks quite good. Now that pup has the need for speed. Automatically randomize your film after each photo. Oh, that could be fun. Post a dog net. Recycle. Where was the... film shuffler? There we go. There's no way I'm going to actually use any of the other... any of the other films, so it's nice to have a system that sort of automatically uses them for me. I can pretend that I'm being artsy. I love your photos, but wait until tomorrow to post some more. Spam. What do you mean wait until tomorrow? Is there a day-night cycle in this game? Alright, I have a mission. I have a bonk. Help clean up the skate park. Why? How's it dirty? Is it just full of sand? Oh no, here we go. Well, this has anything to do with taking photos. I'm a cameraman, not a garbage man. That's a different kind of man. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being either, but they're, you know, they're different skill set. Why do I have to tidy? Is that done? No. But it is getting rid of the sand somehow. I don't quite understand it. Must be another bag. Must be a bag I'm missing somewhere. I wonder if one of the dogs on a bike or something accidentally come over here and knocked it into orbit. And you know, considering there are 2 dumpsters and a bin around this skate park, it's a wonder it got into such a state. Like, the dog's just lazy, I guess. A dog on a bike trying to ruin a sandcastle. Oh, I stole your tie. I'm so sorry. That's good to know. It's good to know that I can rob these dogs whenever I want. I don't know what the dog on the bike's problem is. I think maybe he just doesn't know how to stop. Log off and relax, stop spamming. But like... Fine, okay, I guess I can't... Even if the photo's amazing. It's off-center, so it's artsy. That's how that works, isn't it, I think? Again. Yes, you can trust me. I'm a photographer. I'm a photo man. Where's the last bin? Is there one up here? No. I feel like I've done this. So what you can do about the trash, there should be dumpsters around, then send me a photo. Oh, I need to take a photo. There we go. Well, the skate park is springing to life before my eyes. The skate park is now reopened. Whoa, that's quick. World travels fast. World travels fast in the dog world. Look at this boy. Whoa. Do that again. I think this is where, when they're taking photographs of real skaters, I think this is about where they stand, just at the bottom of the ramp. It's like, skate around me. It's fine. Yeah, just nudge me if you need to. It's fine. Hang on, I'll make sure to get the sun in the photo. Boom. It's like I'm really in a dog world. Now we're just floating around. Have I got enough bonks to buy something else? No, I need 4 more bonks. I can get into this. These poor arcade games are trapped in the closed arcade. If we can find a way to sneak in there and take a photo, maybe we can remind people why it should be open. So I don't need to actually get in, I just need to take a photo of the inside. So do I just need to find a window or something? Oh. Was that it? Is that what I needed to do? Was this open earlier? I don't think this was open earlier. It's a nice arcade, though. Boom. Great, the owner just signed over the rights to the people. Great work. The old arcade is back open for business. Oh, yeah, okay, again, world travels fast in the world of dogs. Don't mess around. This is why dogs get things done. Compared to people. This dog's had an incredibly stressful bout of Space Invaders. Okay. Well, I can't post anything else to Thingy to get more followers because I keep getting told off that I'm spamming. I don't think that's how it works. If I'm posting incredible dog photos in real life, I think people would welcome more. Then we're like, whoa, stop spamming these incredible dog photos. If I take your hat, that's all you've got. And stop petting the dog and steal his hat. Maybe I can't take the hat. Maybe I can only take the. Oh wait, hang on. No, his hat was wobbling there. There we go. Now I'm gonna give your hat. I don't know. Let's go another dog around here I can give a hat to. What if I give a dog hat to a human? That'd be madness. You there. Take this hat. Good. I don't know what that accomplished. I wasn't really that interested in the bone I threw. Oh no, there he goes. Look at that bone. It's bigger than him. He blinked again. These dogs are so terrible at blinking when I'm taking a photo of them. Is there anything more I need to do here, or can I just go somewhere else now? There we go. I bought the fisheye lens. Now I can create some artsy photos. Look, I can pretend. I can pretend to be. Do I have any film left? Yeah, I got one film. But I can switch to my fisheye lens. And I can pretend to be a black and white fish looking up at this dog. Incredible work. Right, let's leave. So can I make time pass? I mean, it does seem like there is other times of day. But let's just go to Metropolis. Maybe being in daytime in a different place will count. Greetings! I have noticed your photography following growing. There is a task which I require assistance with, but your fame is still growing and you might not be experienced enough. Gain 150 followers so I know I can trust you. Yeah, but you keep telling me off for posting photos. Oh, so the photos I took in the previous level are gone. Oh. Right, okay. Photo of a biking dog with a pixel lens. Photo of a dog with a... Oh, I don't know, this game's really, yeah. Let's get some caffeine in my blood. Whoa. This one's just for fun. Try to take a really good photo using one of the unique lenses. Find the business cat charts. Your large, ugly eye is needed for its searching prowess. Hey, I'm very self-conscious about my large, ugly eyes, thank you. Stocks and bonds. The charts with the up and down lines, I've lost them. They should be on an easel near a picnic bench. Take a dog with a fire hydrant. Photo dog with one pixel. Wait, take a photo of a biking dog with the pixel lens. Do I have the pixel lens? No. There we go. So I guess I just post... Alright, so I shouldn't just post whatever picture. I should try and make sure the picture's actually got a lot of things in it. Otherwise they'll tell me off for spamming again. Stupid mechanic. Oh. This car's kidnapping this dog. Oh, I have a toy car. I can't get rid of the toy car. It just makes a horrible noise. Okay. I guess that was me turning the car on and off. Yeah. I'm not emotionally invested in this game yet. I will say. I'm finding it tough to care about the dogs. I'm finding it tough to care about the photos of the dogs, which is unfortunate because the dogs and the photos of the dogs are kind of the two primary driving forces of this game. I quite like being able to double jump and explore, but even that, I mean, it's not the primary focus of this game. There we go. Ah, so many bonks. Photo of a duck. I mean, yeah. Of course, in this game about photoing dogs, one of the first missions, or one of the earliest missions of the game, should of course be a photo of a make all the dogs love me. If I can. There we go. Then mid-swing. There we go. Hang on, let's put in the regular. There we go. Regular lens. That wasn't great. Hang on. That wasn't great either, but... Oh my god, she's friendly. I don't know how you can tell that from the photo I took, but sure. That's the stuff I needed for the cat. Neat. Alright, well, I'm... So... I don't know, I'm really not feeling this game. I can, yeah... Like, there's very little to sort of grab onto. Why am I taking a photo of a duck? Shuba, 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 shuba. Come on, hold still, duck. Hold still. There we go. That's good enough. Love for duck confirmed. Thank you, photo unit. I think that unlocked a new level. Oh, hello. Blind Dalmatian. Go on then. Yeah, I just don't really want to take it. I just really can't be bothered to do any of the stuff in this game. You can never party too hard. Yes. I mean, look at him. I love that duck. This fella is such a cute dog. I mean, yeah, in fairness, I am posting a photo of a duck to a website called Dognet. So, I suppose that's on me, and not on the people who are reading it and going, oh yeah, I mean, it's a weird looking dog, but sure, you've posted it to Dognet, so it must be a dog. Rub all these dogs from behind. No, turn and face me, but don't get in. Don't. Okay, you guys are too close. You love me too much. There you go. Look, he's got a hat on. He looks like Elton John. Boom. I think that dog wants more attention. Have I got 30? I got 30. I have the selfie device. Selfie mode. Oh, this is me. Oh no. This is really hard to move around. I mean, let's take a selfie with some dogs. I mean, would people know this was a selfie? I mean, let's post it to Dognet and see what they say. I got folks. Looks like I see flowers, nature's perfume. I mean, no one mentioning the giant, horrific camera monster in the middle of the screen. I guess it's just a normal thing. Okay, that's cool. So I'm a two-legged camera monster in a dog world that also has people, but is dog-centric. You guys... Pretty standard traffic. Look, it's in black and white. That means it's artsy. They should love this on Dognet. You already posted a lot today. Oh, the spam person's starting to get mad at me. Take a photo of the dog with a pixel lens. I guess I need to go to the vending machine to get a new pixel lens. Oh yeah. Flash bulb, earthy film, extra film, focused lens, artsy film pack. I don't have the pixel lens yet. Oh, okay. Well, let's buy some extra film. And then... let's get the earthy film pack. So I don't know what the achievements are for this game. Take 30 photos while crouching. Buy every camera part. Take photos of 20 different fashionable dogs. Take a close-up of a dog photo at Lighthouse Cove at every time of day. Take a close-up dog photo at Boppy Boardwalk at every time of day. Take 30 photos of a dog wagging their tail. Take 20 close-up photos with a tongue out. Complete 20, takes 20 selfies. I took one. Complete 10 requests. Yeah, I don't know if I want to keep playing. How much I want to keep playing this game? It's very. Like, I guess. I mean, I know the intention, I guess, was to be sort of, I don't know, charming or whimsical. But I'm just kind of bored. Like, see, it looks like it should be more, like, adorable than it is. But it isn't. The fact that all the dogs just kind of, yeah, I mean, this is, you know, funny for, like, Goat Simulator 10 years ago. Or how long Goat Simulator came out. Feels like it was 10 years ago. I got the perspective. Can make the dog look tiny. Oh, that doesn't count. Alright, maybe if I pet this dog. There we go, that's it. Stroke his cheeks. Hey, stroke his buns. Now hold still, you daft sod. There we go. That's got to have counted. There we go. Boom. Got 3 bonks. Alright, well I don't have the pixel lens, so I guess I'll leave. I think I unlocked a new area. Yeah. Doesn't look like this map goes much further than this place. Mellowstone. Oh, but I can go there at multiple times of day. Oh, it's a little birthday dog with a hot dog. Oh, it took too long. He ate the hot dog. That's just a birthday dog. Oh, imagine how many more followers I would have got if he'd had a hot dog in his mouth. I don't know if I want to keep playing this. I sort of keep thinking, no, I just like 5 minutes more. Just to, I don't know, maybe something hilarious will happen. I mean, I could see this being the kind of game that I could maybe get some entertainment out of if I was in the right mood. I think crucially though, I'm not in the right mood. Bird. Also, crucially, I just don't think this game's very good. I think I had a mission to take a picture from. Yeah. Well, I got my 2 new followers. I mean, this doesn't have any dogs in it. But I got 4. That's what I got. Okay. So the photo with no dogs in it got me more followers than any photo. Such a stylish pup. Where? Like, that's the photo I took. I think these comments might be random. Outfit dog. Is there like? Can I get down there? Like, did I accidentally take a? I can't even go. They can't even go down there. It's not like there's a picture of a dog I accidentally caught, like in the distance or something. This is such a cute dog. Okay. But yeah, the photo I took of the environment got me 4 followers, which is more than any photo I've taken of any dog. Oh, I didn't change my not that it would have mattered. I didn't change the stream description to say I was playing Pupperazzi. Well, like I said. No dogs. I'm more interested in close-up shots of dog outfits. I don't think you can +0 me. I don't know how. Oh yeah, did I mean, like, maybe if someone unsubscribed or unfollowed because they're like, oh, I followed you for your dog photos, but recently all you've been doing is taking photos of birds. Like, maybe that would make more sense. But that is like +0. It's like, well, that's neutral. That's fine. Yeah, okay, I'm done. This game's just not. Yeah, it's just kind of a nothing game. I feel like there was another game called Taco Life, which was announced just before Animal Crossing New Horizons got announced, and then that kind of took all the wind out of its sails because it was like, hey, it's an Animal Crossing game. There hasn't been an Animal Crossing game for a few years. Hey! And then a great Animal Crossing game came out, and it's like, oh, well, I mean, we've already started working on it, and I feel like the same thing happened here. They were like, look, Pokemon Snap, there hasn't been a Pokemon Snap in ages. We're going to make a Pokemon Snap with dogs. And then Pokemon Snap came out and it was way better. And they went, well, we'll finish this, I guess. But we won't rush. Maybe they should have spent a bit more time on it. So, yeah, let's stop Pupperazzi there. Let's go and let's play some Project Zomboid. What I'm going to do, I'm going to splash my face because this game made me tired, which is not the headset I want to be in. So I'll be right back. I'll be like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll play some Project Zomboid. I'm looking forward to that.